Hello everyone. So today we are going to complete our if statement, and today's objective is to discuss the last variation of if, and that is nested if statement. Okay. So before this we have already completed simple if, then if with else, then else if ladder, right? So today's lecture is going to be a short one. Okay. So as I have already told you, what is nesting? Nesting is like when we use a construct inside another same type of construct, then it is known as nesting. Okay. So what is nested if? Basically, nested if, when we use a if statement inside the block of another if statement, then it is known as nesting. Okay. And such kind of statements are known as nested if statement, right? Now the question is where exactly we use these nesting, right? Now let us take a simple example. Okay. Now suppose I have let us say two conditions for a particular uh, set of statements to execute. Suppose I need to check more than two or more than two conditions, right? Suppose I am saying, okay, condition X and condition Y, these two simultaneously has to be true, then only I am going to execute a particular set of statements, right? So there I have two options. Okay. One option is I can combine these two conditions with the help of logical operators. Okay. So if there is such kind of possibility where the both the conditions has to be true simultaneously, then I can go for logical AND, right? And if I am saying okay, any one of the condition can be true for the execution, then I can go for logical OR operator. Okay. Now suppose I do not want to use the logical AND and logical OR operators. Now what is the possibility? Okay. So there I can go for nesting, right? Now the obvious question is how this nesting would be helpful than using that logical OR and logical OR operators. So see, in if you are using for every possibility you are using logical operators with multiple conditions, then for a particular condition you are going to check, you are going to test that condition again and again. Okay. What we can do in nesting, for a particular condition, we will use it, we will check it only once, right? So you can say nested if would be faster as compared to using logical operators, right? That we'll be looking at. Okay. First of all, what we have a syntax of nested if, right? So as I have already told you, what we have a if inside another if, right? Now you can see here is a if. Okay. Then as usual, what we have a test expression or test condition. Let us call it test expression 1. Now what is this? This is the starting of if, and obviously at last there would be a ending. Okay. And if you remember what we call it, this is block of if, right? Now what we have inside this block, I have used another if. Here you can see this is inner if or another if, you can see, right? This is the block of inner if, right? So this is block 1, this is block 2. Block 1 belongs to outer if or main if, you can call it, and this inner this block 2 belongs to inner if. So what we have used a if statement inside another if statement, so that is nesting, right? Now the question is, can I use more if statement inside this inner if? Yes, we can do. So there can be any levels of nesting. Again, that depends on the problem, or you can say that depends on the situation. So yes, here I can also have one more if. Okay, right? So because of this inner if, we are calling it a nested if, right? And as usual, we have a statement X, so that is an independent statement. Okay. Now, how the execution is going to take place? Okay, one more thing is there. Yes. Can we have a else for this inner if? Yes. So please remember this thing. You can always have a else against a if. You can always have a else with an if statement, right? But again, it is not mandatory. It is up to you whether you want to use else statement or you do not want to have it. Okay. So else with if is not compulsory, right? Okay. So how the execution is going to take place? First of all, what we have this test expression one. So obviously this would be evaluated, right? Now, if this test expression is true, then obviously control will go inside this block, right? Control will come here, and then again there is a new if, and we have a test expression 2 or test condition 2. So this condition would be tested, right? If this condition is true, then control will come to the block of inner if. So you can say this inner if block will execute only when this test expression 2 and test expression 1 and test expression 2 both are simultaneously true. If any of the test expression is false, then this inner if block is not going to execute, right? So this looks similar like using logical AND. Okay. In case of logical AND also, what we were having, uh, we were having two conditions and they have to be simultaneously true, right? So same thing is there, right? Okay. So this is what you can understand this with the flowchart also. First of all, what we have a condition. So this is the condition basically belongs to the outer if, right? If this condition is true, then what we can have, what we are going to execute if the condition is true, then block of if is going to execute. Now, what is happening inside this block? We are having here in this code inside this block, we can have another if statement. Okay. So this is the first if, or you can call it outer if, and here we can have another if and we'll call it inner if, right? Similarly, if this condition is false, that means the condition for outer if is false, then it is not going to execute if part. So here we can have, as I have already told you, we can have else part. In that case, else is going to execute, right? For any if, you can use else also. Okay. Now let us try to understand it with a simple example, right? So what we have to do, we have to find out the largest largest value among three values, and we are assuming all these values are distinct. Okay. So we have taken three variables. Then using scanf, we have got three values from the user A, B, and C. Right. Now, as you know, we can have three possibilities. One is A can be first value can be largest, second can be largest, or third can be largest. Right. Now, what is the condition when A is largest? The condition should be my A should be greater than B as well as greater than C. Okay. So if I have to implement this same problem with else if ladder, then what I can do, I can go for logical operators, right? So I can write like this, okay, A is greater than B and A is greater than C, then I can print, okay, A is greatest, right? Now in this implementation using nested if, I'm not going to use logical operators. Why? Because they makes it slow, right? So first of all, I have checked this. Okay, if A is greater than B, so I'm going to compare two values at a time. So I have compared. Okay, if A is greater than B, then I'll go inside this block. So if I'm inside this block, that means A is greater than B, right? So what I need to do now, I need to compare A with C. Okay. Now what can be the other similarity? Okay, this condition can be false also. So in that case, if this condition is false, then I'll directly go to else part. Okay. If it is true, then I'm going inside this block. If it is false, then I'm going to else. Okay. Now then I'll compare A with C, right? As I know A is greater than B, then only I am inside this block. So now I'll compare A with C. So if A is greater than C, that means A was earlier I have checked A is greater than B. Now I have checked A is greater than C. So that means A is greatest. That I have printed here. Now it may be possible, okay, this condition is true, but this is false, right? Outer if condition is true, but inner if condition is false. So in that case, it will go to the else part of the inner if, right? A is greater than B, but A is not greater than C. So then, which is greatest? C is greatest, right? Okay. Let us come to other possibility. Okay. Suppose A is not greater than B. Now, as the values are distinct, so that obviously means B is greater than A, right? So now I need to compare B with C. So here in this particular, what I have done, I have compared B with C, right? So if as earlier B is greater than A, here B is greater than C, so that obviously means B is greatest, right? If okay, if this condition is false, then only you have came to here else part, right? Else would be executed only when this particular condition is false, right? And suppose this inner if condition is also false, so what will happen? B is greater than A, uh, okay, then B is not greater than C. That means which is greatest? C is greatest. So what we are doing, we are comparing, we are checking one, we are comparing only two values at a time, right? Okay. Now we are going to implement this. So what we are having, okay, we are going to give different bonuses like to a employee. If employee salary is greater than 15,000, age is below 30, we'll give 1,000 bonus. If salary is greater than 15,000, age is more than 30, then we'll give 1,500 bonus, right? If employee salary is less than or equals to 15,000, age is below 30, we are going to give a bonus of 2,000. And if salary is less than 15,000 and age is greater than 30, we are going to give a bonus of 2,500 rupees, right? Okay. So as usual, we are going to implement this, right? So what we have, as usual, we have to include the header file also, right? One more header file, conio.h. विंडोज के लिए यूज करते हैं सिर्फ void main. Now how many variables I need to take? Okay, I need to check for two conditions, right? So one condition is of salary and other condition is of age. So I'm going to take two variables, salary and age, right? Now what I should know to check, okay, so I'll ask the employee to input your salary and age, right? Then input function is scanf. Two times I have used percentile D, then ampersand salary, ampersand age. Okay. Now, as I'm going to implement this with nesting, so I'm not going to use logical operators. Okay, so I'm not going to use to combine multiple conditions, right? So I'll check for first condition. Okay, salary may have two possibilities. It may be greater than 15,000 or less than, greater than or equals to 15,000 or less than 15,000, right? So here I have what I'll write. Okay, if salary is greater than or equals to 15,000. Okay. Now I can have two possibilities, right? So here I know at this point I know, okay, salary is greater than equals to 15,000. Now I can, for age I can have two possibilities, right? So the age may be less than 30. Now if the age is less than 30, then what we are going to do, okay, sorry, we are not going to print anything. We are going to give the bonus of 1,000 rupees, right, as per the problem, right? Now what can be the other possibility? The age may be greater than or equals to 30, right? So here I can check, I can directly use else. And if salary is greater than equals to 15,000 and age is greater than equals to 30, then we are going to give the bonus of how many rupees? 1,500 rupees, right? Okay. Now what can be the other possibility? Now I am going to use this else. Okay. So when you will come to this else part, only when the outer if condition, this condition, this one, this condition is false, right? And it is false, that means salary is not greater than equals to 15,000. So it is less than 15,000. Again, there are two possibilities. When salary is less than 15,000, in there are two possibilities. If age is less than 30, then we are going to give the bonus of how many rupees? 2,000. And in else part means age is greater than equals to 30, we are going to give the bonus of 2,500 rupees. Okay. So I hope we have covered all the possibilities, all the four possibilities, right? Now the question is how this approach is better than using logical or operators. Okay. See, if we write, if we solve this problem using logical or operator and else if ladder, then it is going to be bit slow. Okay. Why? Because I need to put this condition with logical and twice. First with this condition and then with else part, right? So I have to use this condition. I have to write this condition twice. Okay. And in worst case is what? When all the conditions are to be tested, right? In the worst case, all the conditions are going, this condition is going to be tested again and again. But what is happening here for these two cases, right? How many cases here we have covered? For these two possibility, I'm going to test this condition only once. So that is the benefit, that is the main advantage of using nesting. Obviously, the programs would become bit complex, but yes, it would, the program would run faster in worst case. Okay. So now what I can do, okay, I can print final salary. So your final salary is percentile B, comma salary. Okay, at last what we have get. Now if someone asks you, okay, how you can say this is nesting, so no need to look at the complete program. Here you can say, okay, there is a if, and inside that if I have used another if, so simply this is nesting, right? It doesn't matter whether we are having the else for this inner if or not, or else for the outer if. The simple thing is if inside if. Okay. Now let us compile it. No issue. Run it. Okay. Input your salary. Suppose my salary is okay 20,000. Age, let us say 40, or like 25. So how much bonus I should get? I should get 1,000 rupees bonus, right? So I have got 1,000 bonus. Salary is 21,000. Okay. Let us execute it again. Okay. Suppose my salary is again like 20,000, but my age is greater than 30. Let us say 31. So now how much bonus I should get? I should get 1,500 bonus, right? Okay. Test your program with all the possible inputs. Now suppose my salary is falls in the other range, less than 15,000. Let it be 10,000. And my age is also less than 30. Let us say 20. So how much bonus I should get? I should get 2,000 rupees bonus. Final salary is 12,000. Okay. Now what can be the final possibility? Okay, my salary is less than 15,000 and my age is greater than 30, like 50. The bonus should be 2,500. It is 12,500, right? Okay. I hope it is clear, right? Okay. Thank you so much.